from Death Angel. We're doing the track-by-track commentary for our new album, The Dream Calls for Blood. Okay, here is a song that, again, ambiguous lyrics, with a kind of a duality to it, but it's basically about slowly going insane. A degenerating mind but it's about someone who is going insane, but unfortunately their insanity is, with it comes a lot of violence. So they are, a danger to society and themselves. And this person knows it, and just basically knows that he needs execution, where there are people that want to save him, but he knows it's just, he's beyond help, and the depths that can go to. And that meets, torture and war. Master of Shames, running away. I mean, I love this record. I do, and different times it's, I have different favorites. Right now, Master of Shames is kind of my, favorite at the moment. And it's written, it's an imaginary character. It's, a made-up character. That basically, it's about someone whose anger and oppression, and when they reach the state of just utter frustration, and how they've been fed up, and how this certain individuals' anger and interior rage makes him virtually invincible to everyone. And he kind of goes about throughout the world and taking his wrath out on people that have wronged him, people that, I guess people that do wrong to the world, and just basically cocky, awful people in general. Say, like bullies and stuff like that, or cocky champions and stuff. He just knocks people down. So he's kind of a violent version of karma, taking it out on people that use their own power for their wrong. But lyrically, it's not that. It's letting people who use their power in place by using violent force. And I know for this one, when I wrote the lyrics and when I heard Rob's riffs, it was kind of the vibe I wanted to get off from it to, when people listen to it. I wanted people to get that invincible feeling when they listen to it, kind of like the first time I heard Battery by Metallica. It's kind of like I wanted to be able, it makes you want to, without being bad, but it makes you want to knock someone out. And that's kind of what the end result I wanted people to feel when they heard this song, the parallel. But don't knock people out unless they have it coming. Detonate. Kind of another, it's kind of an ongoing theme I've had since Death Angel's reformed lyrically. It's a song that I wrote basically about one person overthrowing the powers that be and taking it to the fullest extreme, and taking it in his own hands to make necessary change. Yeah. No matter what the cost. Empty is about the general frustration that one has who actually does care about this planet, but has seen it go through everything that it's gone through. And it's kind of almost like a apocalyptic end of the world guy who's just seen the world basically turn into a black planet, and it's just kind of his last dying days, but still it's just, he fought his whole life to spiritually, mentally, and physically to make change. And unfortunately, he's reached his end of days, and there's just kind of this beyond hope. All right, this is Rob's epic tune, and Rob wrote all the music to this. I must say, he did a stellar job, and everyone who played on it, Ted and Damien and Will, matched Rob's songwriting with their style of playing, just made for wonderful songs. But this is Rob's kind of masterpiece, and it's kind of the same general vibe. Just it's kind of that post-apocalyptic time of the earth, and it's just everyone, each man for himself, and how violent the will gets, and it seems to be heading in that direction. And I tend to think it's kind of beyond hope. We covered on the Digipack, the bonus DVD and bonus track. We did Black Sabbath's Heaven and Hell, and we're huge fans of Black Sabbath, and I mean, I think every metal band should be. And it's just this was one that I love, the Ozzy era, and I love the Dio era, and hell, I love the Ian Gillan era. I love Sabbath, and but this one always struck a chord with us. Just even growing up, I remember the Heaven and Hell cassette tape that Rob had, and bad boy, I dubbed it off him. But I love this record when I first heard it, and always been a fan of Dio's voice. He's one of my main influences as far as vocalists go, and we busted into it sometimes at rehearsal, just the beginning, and then kind of stopped. And while we were on tour in Europe on this Relentless Retribution touring cycle, we were playing at the Bebop in Belgium, and they announced on stage before we went on, Ronnie James Dio had passed. And it was extremely overwhelming for me, and I had just met him for the first time, actually, like 3 summers before that. We played in Bilbao, Spain together at some festival, and he was a wonderful, wonderful person. So usually you meet people that you look up to, and they're either going to make you think more of them, but unfortunately a lot of times they're going to make you think less of them. And with Dio, he definitely elevated where I held him already, just by being such a gentleman, very approachable, very engaging. We talked for about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Really great guy, and we hit it off, and I thought I'd see him again, and unfortunately that wasn't the case, and I was extremely affected that night. And then after that tour, we started doing that song live, and just the first bit, and we killed it, and it just kind of seemed right. We kept making it part of our regular set, and people started seeing YouTube videos of it posted and requesting it live, and so we started doing it, but we never played it all the way through. And so when we finally got to recording The Dream Calls for Blood, we thought, on previous records, people always ask us to do a bonus track, and we never had. And this one, we're like, we should do Heaven and Hell. We got to do Heaven and Hell. But when we do it, we're going to do the entire song, and no one's ever heard us do the entire song. And I think we did a fine tribute to an amazing band and an amazing vocalist.